Hey guys, Gary here with Piedmont Fishing. I'm going to do a little review on my kayak behind me here. It's a Native Slayer Propel 10. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad about it, things I like, things I don't like. Overall, it's a good kayak. I'll tell you, this is my second kayak. My first one was a Hobie Pro Angler 12. So a lot of the things I'm going to be comparing it to will be the Hobie Pro Angler 12. So if you're looking at one or the other, don't have one of them here with me to show you the features, but I'll tell you, the features of mine versus that one. Some things are better, some things worse, but that's what I'm going to compare it to. I think that's probably the premier fishing kayak, the Hobie Pro Angler, for certain types of fishing. There's other types that it's not so good for, and I'll go over those with you, when I'm doing the review of this kayak. So it'll kind of be a versus, but it's more of a review of the Native Slayer Propel 10, which I've had for 2 years now. So let's take a look at the kayak. Okay, I'm gonna start here at the front of the kayak. It's one of the things I'm not a big fan of it. It's not a deal breaker or anything like that, but I'll show you one of the things I'm not real pleased with on it. But I'm going to bend down here. I don't know if you can see the front. It's kind of a blunt edge front on it. When you get in some rough water, it seems to want to ride up over the waves and doesn't cut through them as good as some of my other kayaks. But that's probably one of my main dislikes of the kayak. So moving back, we'll look. Front's got a big tank well. Seals up good, doesn't get water in it. It's hard to get the lid off one-handed, but we'll pull it off. You can kind of look down in there. I've got a battery bag for my depth finder, and that's about all I put in there. Right here, got a mount for my GoPro. Moving on back. This is another thing I'm not a fan about of the kayak right here. The edge on it is rounded. I would rather see a square edge here, where this rail could be moved further back. If you want to put rod holders on here, if you're trolling or something, the pedal gets in your way. You can't pedal because your rod butt will be back where your legs are. So that's another thing I'm not a fan about, but I've overcome that with my rod holders. I mounted right here on my seat. They work real good. My legs go up over them. I can stick the rod in there if I want to troll. It does real good. Like I say, my legs are up over them there, so overcome it. Haven't seen anybody else use that, so that might be a good tip for you. While we're talking about rods, as far as rod storage, not as good as the Pro Angler. It's got two rod mounts right there, vertical rod mounts, and that's it as far as rod storage. The Hobie Pro Angler I had, the 12, had 4 in the hull, kind of run from front to back. I like that better. But this is adequate, for what I do. It's not bad. You can put a net in there. I got my net. Whatever you want to do in the rod holders. I usually don't take over 2 rods with me anyway when I go. It's got a, big tank wheel on the back. To hold a lot of stuff. Your tackle crate, whatever. Since it's a pedal drive kayak, I put these Yak Attack paddle pieces on the back to hold my paddles in case the drive ever did break or anything. Moving back towards the back, like the rudder, everything, it's good. Like I say, plenty of storage, doesn't get in the way. You put a bait tank, whatever you want to. Got a cup holder on this side. The thing is extremely light. If you take the seat off and the pedal drive and your depth finder and stuff, I can pick it up and carry it basically with the two handles on it. Don't do that a lot because I don't want to. I'd rather. I got a trailer, so I just slide it off the trailer in the water. Makes it a lot better and easier. Right now I'm running just a Helix 5 Humminbird. Down imaging, not side imaging on it. Works out real good. Coming back around, I'm going to go over the seat with you. We'll look at the seat. The seat's extremely comfortable. Adjusts. Got these little screws right here to adjust it back and forth. One of my big complaints on it is it doesn't have a height adjustment up and down. It's a pretty good height, that it's high enough you don't get your center of gravity out of balance, but it's sometimes I'd like to be a little bit higher if I'm in calm water, just to get a little better visual down on the water. So complaint there, comfortable. I fished 6-8 hours in it, no problems. It's real comfortable. I'm going to say it's not as comfortable as the Hobie Pro Angler. A little bit of a complaint there, but not a big deal. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not uncomfortable to the point you can't fish a long day on it. Pedaling, the pedal drive is probably the best feature on this kayak. The native pedal drive is absolute bulletproof. This thing, I mean, it's quiet, it's easy to deploy. I'm doing all this one-handed, so bear with me. I'm just going to kick it up and remove the plate. You got to line your prop up, then you get her down in there, pedal. The thing is bulletproof. Good speed, overall speed on this kayak. I get about, probably top end about 5 miles an hour. It's not sustainable. I can sustain 2.5 all day long. Probably even 3 a good while. I'm going to say, as far as pedal efficiency, the Hobie Pro Angler that I had was better. The ease of pedaling was a little bit better, but as far as durability, this one is way better. It's got instant reverse. You don't have hands, it's a hands-free reverse. And I wasn't afraid to go in shallow water as much. If you carry a little prop nut, hang on, one-handed here, guys. If you carry a little prop nut right here, and a little shear pin and another prop, you can swap this out if you happen to hit something in the water, break your pin there. But way more durable than the Hobie Pro Angler. That's one thing I'm gonna give them props on. Not as efficient, but a little more durable. So pedal drive is a plus on this one. I mean, a super plus. Paddling. This one, I'm gonna give the Hobie Pro Angler about a 3 on paddling, and I'm gonna give this one about a 7. Paddles real well. Type fishing I do, I go in lakes, I go in streams. I'm gonna give the Hobie Pro Angler about a 2 in a stream, and I'm gonna give this one about a 7 or an 8. I've taken it in some class 2s and it does good and didn't lose anything, didn't flip. So that's one thing I'm gonna rate better than the Pro Angler is the pedal drive on durability, not on efficiency. Efficiency and speed. Speed I can keep up. It's about equal to a Pro Angler, but now Outback would blow my doors off. But and if I were going to buy another Hobie, that's probably what I would buy, would be the Outback, because it's more, in my opinion, a more versatile kayak. You can take it in streams, you can take it in lakes, and it's faster, just as, everything like that. But the reason I got rid of my Pro Angler was because I wanted a kayak I could take in the streams and everything too. And at the time when I had my Pro Angler, they didn't have reverse, and I wanted instant reverse, so I got this one. Now they've got reverse, but it's not a hands-free. So if I would get another Hobie, I'd probably go with the Outback, and I would rank the Outback probably a better kayak than this one. Now it's more expensive, but one thing I'm gonna knock Native on a little bit. You can't see it real good, but I'm gonna get up here close on it. But I don't know if you can see it good there, but it's hull rash. It's like their plastic's a little softer than most of them. And you pull it up on a sandy beach or something, and it's like it gives you a hull rash on the bottom of your kayak. I'm not a fan of that. The Pro Angler was better, a little more durable there. But all in all, this is the kayak. If you're going to fish lakes and you want to troll, get you a Pro Angler or an Outback. If you want to fish lakes and streams, this is an excellent kayak. Does good in the streams, does good in lakes. So Hobie guys, don't beat me up. I'm not knocking your kayak. I mean, I think it's the one that all others are compared to, and probably overall I'd rate them equal, just on versatility on this one. But like I say, if I'm fishing a lake and I'm trolling, it's a no-brainer. Get you a Hobie Pro Angler. If you're fishing both, you're fishing streams, you're fishing shallow water lakes, big lakes too. Get you one of these or an Outback. They're going to be more versatile. They're going to go in that streams a lot better, and they paddle a lot better. If you do bust your pedal drive up, they paddle so much easier. So consider that, when you're making your choices. All good kayaks. Native's probably a little bit cheaper than the Hobies. That's one complaint I got on Hobies. They pay a lot for the name. So, but all in all, if I had to rank them, I'd rank the Outback as the best. Even though I've never been on one, just looking at them and the features and fishing years out of kayaks, you can tell. I'd probably rate this and the Hobie Pro Angler about even because of just the more versatility you get out of this one overall. And the price point, you're $1,500 less on this pedal drive than you are on the Hobie with a more durable pedal drive. That pedal drive is rock solid. It's, in my opinion, the best in the market. I've got two wilderness systems, radars, one with a pedal drive, and I'm going to review those next. It's an excellent kayak too, but the pedal drive is not what this native is. It's got some other features that are better, but the pedal drive's lacking a little bit in my opinion. So anyway, this is it. This is the kayak. If you got any questions, ask me. And Hobie guys, don't beat me up, because I'm not knocking your kayak. It's like I say, it's the one all others are measured off of, but it does have some flaws. So, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, this is it. If you got any questions, just leave me a comment and I'll try to answer them. I haven't been fishing here lately. Waiting on it to warm up a little bit. Fishing out of the kayak, I like to follow the 110 rule. I like to have the water plus the air temperature above 110 when you add them together. Like say 55 water, 55 air. You know, we're getting close. It's almost March. We're getting close. I'm gonna start putting up some fishing videos once that turns around, and probably the next 2 weeks we'll start doing some fishing videos again. So hope you guys like it. If you do, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.